More bad news when it comes to USPS. Etsy updates feed reminder, a solution for bad buyers, and a killing it segment. All today in this edition of Etsy Seller News. Let's dive in. Hey everyone, what is happening? Welcome back to the Handmade and Beyond podcast and the special edition of that podcast, Etsy Seller News. I'm glad to be back with you. I am your host, LL. I am here to bring you the latest and greatest news and updates that are applicable to Etsy sellers, handmade sellers, e-commerce sellers, as well as some other fun segments to keep you guys entertained, informed, motivated, and whatever other adjectives you can think of. I hope you enjoy these episodes because they're super fun for me to do on Fridays. And what a better way to go into the weekend with me in your ear, talking your ear off, and then you can dive right into the weekend. Hopefully you guys have some fun stuff planned. So I have another great episode for you guys with some good information. Unfortunately, I have to talk about USPS again. I know I've mentioned this before. It's like beating the same drum over and over again. I'm tired of talking about USPS, but unfortunately they are, for lack of a better term, terribly mismanaged, and they're just not helping small businesses at all. Poor leadership all around when it comes to them, and I hate to be negative, and there's nothing too much we can do about it. We got to deal with it right now. They are, have been a problem for years and years and years, but it's my job to keep you guys updated and let you know what's coming, even if it's not so great stuff. We can't give up. We can't throw up our hands. We got to keep moving forward, even if USPS is making it a little bit more difficult for us. Being a business owner, being self-employed is all about overcoming adversity, and this is just a small part of that. So keep that in mind, guys. All right, so USPS has announced that their holiday price increase are going to start October 5th, and it's going to go to the week after Christmas. This is nothing new. If you've been selling online for a while, you know they increase their prices every single year for the holiday season. I'm just letting you guys know this is coming. I know there's been recent price increases as well, so this is just kind of adding to that pain, but it's something that happens every year. So they're doing October 5th through the week after Christmas, and then they're going to bring them back down, and then they're going to bring them back up in the middle to end of January. And then that is going to be permanent. I don't know why the heck they're doing it that way. It really doesn't make a sense. They should just keep them inflated. What the heck is another couple of weeks where they bring them down, they bring them back up? But that is the way that they're doing it. They did it this way last year also, and they're doing it the same way again this year. So expect a price increase. The cost is going to depend, as always, on the weight and distance, and obviously the shipping method. Usually it's priority and first class are the ones that routinely change. So those are the ones that are going to increase. And they're still saying, it's still going to be under the rate of inflation, the increase, yada, 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 but it's still an increase and still something that is a pain point for small businesses. So be prepared, whether you want to work that into your prices, whether you want to increase your shipping costs to account for that increase or those projected increases. Just know that is coming and be prepared for it. The other thing that USPS just said is they are getting rid of 15,000 jobs, but they say that they are still going to be able to handle shipping this year. I don't know. It doesn't seem likely that it's not going to be impactful, but that is what they're saying. This year is expected to be busy, just like last year. Also, it's an election year, so there's going to be lots of mail-in ballots bogging down the system. So let's just hope that 15K job cut is not going to hinder shipping times, but be mindful of it. Be prepared. Have standard messages in place. Keep in mind that you may start to see delays, and then be proactive when it comes to delays, reaching out to your customers, maybe changing shipping processing times, maybe shipping stuff out sooner so that you can guarantee that they're going to get their packages, especially for the holidays. Maybe have a shipping deadline for the holidays, so you have a cutoff period, so you're not getting people ordering stuff late and expecting to have it in time. You should always have a shipping cutoff anyways, especially for Christmas. So be prepared, be proactive when it comes to that stuff, and you, I promise, will be just fine. This stuff isn't going to kill you that much. Whether you may not like it, don't let it get you down. Don't let it get you frustrated. Just move on, focus on your business, focus on the things that you guys can't control. The other thing that I wanted to cover is the Etsy updates feed. This is something that has been around for a while, but Etsy just wanted to remind buyers and sellers that it is still there, mostly sellers, so that they know it's there and how it impacts buyers. So they released a statement last week that they are basically continuing to update that and make it look nicer, the updates feed, so that it is something that you can take advantage if you understand how the updates feed works, so that's something that will impact sellers and cause them to buy more from your shop. So the updates feed, basically it notifies shoppers of updates to sellers with whom they've interacted with. So basically, if they've favored one of your items or they're following your shop, they will get updates in their feed. So the updates feed, at the top of the dashboard for buyers, there is a little bell, and that's where it will highlight updates. They'll put numbers in there if there is any updates. So if they've favorited your shop and you have an update, they'll put a little number in there so that if they click on that, they'll see the update for the shops that they've favorited or have followed. So keep in mind that the things that go in the updates feed, and this is important to you as sellers to know, is if you run a sale, you send a coupon, you add new items, or you restock items. Those will all prompt notifications to the updates feed that buyers will see, prompting them to hopefully come back and buy from you, for you to get new purchases and reoccurring repeat purchases from them. So this is why it's really, really important for you guys to stay proactive in your shops, continually add new items, run sales, restock items that are low. This will prompt updates, prompt notifications to people that are following you to hopefully come back and buy from you again. So this is how the updates feed work. This is why it's important to you. And this is how the buyers will see that. And it's a great visual aid. It's a great marketing tool for you to hopefully take advantage of if you're being proactive and continually working on your shop, so that they can see what's going on, stay engaged, and come back and buy from you again. So pretty cool stuff. A lot of people don't realize how the updates feed works. But it is a good tool to take advantage of if you know how it works and understand how the buyers are seeing it on their end. All right. Lastly, I wanted to talk about a recent update from eBay. I know some of you guys have sold on eBay, still sell on eBay, but I thought this was really, really intriguing. It's a recent release by the ownership of eBay, basically saying that they are targeting or starting to target bad buyers. This is nothing new, whether it be on eBay or Etsy. There are some bad actors out there. There's people that buy stuff and they are terrible. I'm just going to say it. They're terrible humans, and they just like to make everyone's life miserable. Whether they return stuff, they try and game the system, they file cases to get the item for free, whether there's nothing wrong with it or not. Leave bad reviews consistently. They're never pleased, never happy, and they just want to make everyone's life miserable. eBay has them, Etsy has them, Amazon has them. They all have these type of people, and they learn the system. They take advantage of the system. So eBay is actually being proactive when it comes to bad buyers, and they are releasing, partnering with third parties, as well as developing their own strategies for predicting bad buyers and eliminating the bad buyers that are out there. So they're basically going to use third-party vendors that are identifying shoppers who are engaging in bad buying behavior on platforms within Etsy or within eBay and outside of eBay. And then they are going to basically ban those buyers from the platform. So basically this is for people that maybe file false, not as described claims, which is an eBay thing, so that they can get the money refunded to them. The buyer returns a used or damaged item. The buyer returns an empty box or a different item. looking to get credit back and keeping the actual item. I'm sure bad reviews are in that, consistent bad reviews, filing cases, just becoming headaches across the board over and over and over again. They're tracking these people and trying to be proactive with not letting them use the platform, banning their accounts, and I'm sure they're rolling out a whole other plethora of implications. Not implications, a plethora of repercussions is the right word that I'm looking for. So I thought this was really interesting because I think this is something that hopefully Etsy will adopt down the road, because there are bad actors on Etsy as well. And there's people that are just, they're complaining, they're filing false cases, they're asking for returns when they're not warranted, different things like that. We've all run into those people. So if we can adopt a proactive, predictive approach to prevent or stop these type of buyers, ban them from the platform, I think overall it's going to help us out. It's going to create a better buying experience for all of us, better selling experience for all of us, and it's just going to be a happier place. So this is very interesting, and I want to see if other platforms such as Etsy are going to adopt something similar. So good job for eBay for being proactive when it comes to this. I'm really excited about that they're taking this by the reins to hopefully help out sellers. I know a lot of times these platforms cater more towards buyers, it seems like. So these are the type of things that can really help out sellers and create a better selling experience. So at the end of the day, better selling experience will help us create a better buying experience, and we're all having a great experience on the platform, which is a win-win for everybody. So those are the news elements that I wanted to cover today. So pretty cool stuff. Hopefully that gives you a heads up on the things that are coming and what to look out for in the future. Next, I have one of the favorite segments of the seller news, and that is Killing It, where I talk about a shop that's doing really well on Etsy, go over some of their stats, and give you a couple of pointers of things that I like that they are doing in their shop. So this shop that I want to cover today is Eco Engrave. It's a shop that does engraving on a bunch of different items, flasks, knives, flash drives, a whole bunch of stuff. They have 145,000 sales, so they're killing it. And that equates to $2.85 million, which is a pretty nice sales revenue total. So they're doing a lot of things right. They're obviously killing it when it comes to selling. And their shop is pretty nice. What I liked about their shop and what I think is really cool, there's a lot of engraving shops out there, but they are basically taking the engraving gift niche a little bit further, and they're talking about how they are eco-friendly in what they do, which is important to myself, but a lot of people out there. We want to make sure that people are being sustainable, eco-friendly, so that, hey, we have a planet for our kids and their kids in the future. That's important, right? So that's where they're taking their niche and kind of putting a little bit of a different spin on it and really highlighting how eco-friendly they are. And they actually talk about it. If you go down to their About page, they talk about all the things that they are doing to be eco-friendly, which I thought was really cool. And it's kind of taken things a little bit to the next level when it comes to their shop, and not just saying, hey, we're eco-friendly. Like, here's the things that we're doing to be eco-friendly. So they talk about using cornstarch-based packing peanuts that decompose in water, leaving no waste. Packing materials are recyclable. They mitigate the waste of shop waste, like reusing boxes, upcycling defective products. They use, their engraving devices are energy efficient. So they have a whole laundry list of things that they are doing to be energy efficient, basically showing that they're not just saying that they're eco-friendly, they are putting their money where their mouth is, and they're showing you exactly what they're doing to be eco-friendly. So I thought that was pretty neat. And then their pictures and their shop setup is very nicely done. They have very clear pictures. You can clearly see what they're selling. They have great examples of what they're selling. It's organized in a way that, hey, you go to their shop, you want a leather gift. It's organized. You can jump right there and see what the gifts are. that are under that category and be able to select from them, and then be able to also personalize each and every one of these gifts. So they're doing a good job capitalizing on the gift market, the gift niche, in an eco-friendly way. So this is a really nice shop. I will put the link to this shop in the description wherever you're watching this show, so you guys can check them out. They're doing other things good. They're a star seller. They're doing free shipping stuff to drive sales. Their pictures and featured pictures are really nicely done. And of course, they have a great about section showing what they do to be eco-friendly. And then the other thing that they're doing well is they have a really nice FAQ section, which is important overall, but really important if you offer a lot of personalized items, to answer those questions before customers have them, so that they are not leaving your shop not knowing the answers to their questions. So pretty cool shop. Eco Engrave is killing it. They're doing a great job. They are based in St. Louis, Missouri. So great job, Eco Engrave. Keep up the good work. I'll drop a link for you guys to see that. That is it for today's episode. Hopefully you have an amazing rest of your Friday and a great weekend. I'll be back next week with some more episodes for you guys. Stay tuned. Have an amazing rest of your day.